pretty much. Okay, hi, my name is Lyon Brave, and today on my podcast, I have a very special guest. Her name is Joyan Chan. She is a lecturer, motivational speaker. She helps empower women all over the world, and aren't we so lucky to have her on our show? Joyan, can you say a few words to my audience, please?
Well, I'm so excited. I'm loving your energy, like how you start the show. Hi everyone, happy to be here. And I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'm really excited to talk about anything. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, we're going to talk about small businesses. We're going to talk about marketing, and we're going to talk about how, especially women, can empower themselves financially. But this doesn't apply to men, so don't feel like don't click this off just because you're a man. All right, let's go. Joyan, can you tell me, like, when did you first get the idea to start working for yourself?
Wow. Very interestingly, because this afternoon I just had another interview with another another friend of mine, and she also invited me to be on her channel to talk about entrepreneurship. And she also asked me this question, like what inspired me to be an entrepreneur, to start my own business. So the thing is, I have always wanted to be an entrepreneur. It's like something that I just know that this is what I want to do, what I aspire to be. So before actually becoming an entrepreneur and running my own business, I was already in business, but it was a business partnership. So I have two other business partners, and with all kind of business partnerships, a lot of drama and a lot of issues. Like we just don't see eye to eye on a lot of issues. So it came to a point when I was thinking about, okay, this is not what I want to do anymore, right? I mean, this business is not what I want to do anymore. This is not where I see myself being 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road. Like this business, I'm not passionate about it anymore. So I actually decided that, okay, I'm going to leave this business. I'm going to start my own, business. Actually, I had no idea what I was going to do when I made the decision. But I was like, but I'm so tired of, I'm not happy here, and I don't want to waste my time here. I'm still young, back then I was in my 20s. I was still young, and I really want to go and try things out myself, right? So I told them, okay, I told my business partner, okay, I'm going to do my own thing, right? I'm leaving, I'm going to do my own thing. And although I had no idea what I was going to do, and they let me go with blessings, but of course, they have been trying to get me back into the business. So long story short, and that was before COVID. And so I left the partnership. I didn't have any income. I was just trying to figure things out, trying to find myself, like what do I really want to do? Who am I? And so I actually got into depression because of that. I was just like losing myself, and also some relationship issue, it came to an end, and I didn't have money, I didn't have income. So then COVID happened. So when COVID happened, I went straight into depression, and I went straight into suicide depression. I have become suicidal because I was like so lost. It's like you don't even know who you are anymore, without a job, without friend, without going out, without all these external things, right? I didn't know who am I anymore. And so I was so lost and completely lost. And so long story short, I got my wake up call. Like enough is enough. This is not the life. This is not who you are. This is not your life, right? So I started showing on social media and just sharing my story, like sharing my story, the same story that I'm sharing here. And just talking about my depression, because it was COVID, and I knew I wasn't the only one. I knew I wasn't the only one who is struggling. So I just show up and be vulnerable and be authentic for the very first time in my life, because a lot of my friends and family, they didn't know what I was going through. They thought I have, I'm this confident, successful woman, always achieve things, but deep down I wasn't happy. So when I show up and share my story, share my struggles, people were shocked. It was like, what are you doing, right? So yeah, so that's how actually eventually led me down the path of coaching or starting my own business and helping other female, because so yeah, that is the journey behind.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you were able to overcome all of that adversity and step into a more joyous life. So let's dive in a little deeper. So Do you think that um you can be happy now that you're working for yourself? Do you think that's a fundamental equation to your happiness, is working for yourself? Or do you think that, may I ask, do you have kids,
No.
a husband, a partner?
No.
So I gotta be honest, this is what I was talking about where I said I wanted to maybe jump into more girl discussion about career.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting to that age where like I really feel like if I don't have a family, I'm never gonna have a family. And I'm starting, and I keep like taking jobs and freaking quitting them, which is terrible for my bank account. Okay, and like it's really terrible. I keep taking jobs and freaking quitting them, and I'm starting to feel. And one, yes, I want to work for myself. I want to be independent, but two, it's just like I'm starting to realize like, yes, all these jobs are dead end. Why am I giving my soul and my life to them? And then and then you know that inevitable question that your mother has been putting in your head, like probably since you were two, starts, you need to just get a husband and have a baby. And I'm
I just
and
go ahead.
it's starting to sound like a good idea. I gotta be honest. Like so what do you think about like can we talk about this a little bit?
Sure. Well, it's something that I've not talked about openly and publicly, you know. But I love this conversation. I know where we are going exactly with this. But I have always been a career woman, you know, career-oriented woman, and which is why I'm an entrepreneur. You know, I didn't want to rely or depend on anyone, especially men. Or I just didn't like the idea of, you know, relying or depending on someone to be. I believe us as women, we could be and do and have anything we want. I know you are a huge advocate for women empowerment, and which is same for me, you know. And I'm not sure whether you will watch the movie, the you know Barbie, because it's exactly what it's all about. It's about women empowerment. It's about, you know, gender equality, right? We can have anything we want. We can create our own world, our own Barbie world in the real world, right? We can become a CEO of a company, can become a CFO of a company. We can start our own business. We can build our own empire. That's what I believe in. And so no matter how hard business is hard, like being an entrepreneur is hard. It's tough. It's not easy. But if men can do it, we can do it too. We can do it better. And so I truly believe that. And so no matter how hard it is, or no matter how many times I feel like giving up, or when I don't see the result, but I have to keep going, right? Because if I don't, like, you know, what do I need to do? Do I go back to a full-time job? Yeah, there's always you know, it's always, you can always go back to a full-time job. But when you are in a full-time job, when you go back to full-time job, will you be happy, right? And the answer I know is no, right? I
That
rather,
is a good point that you can always go back to a
you can always,
full-time job. So you
exactly.
you should take a chance on yourself at least
Yeah.
once in your life. You know, guys,
Yes.
don't be afraid to at least try once in your life, at
Yeah. At
least.
least you try it once, and then when you look back on your life, when you're 50 or 60, you have no regret. You wouldn't say, I wish I had taken the chance when I had the chance. You're right. At least you would say, you know, even though if it didn't become a successful business, but you try, you're like, oh, at least I tried in my 20s, my 30s, in my 40s, right? And I believe if you just don't give out, you know, failure is what? What failure is the moment when you give up. If you don't give up, you will not fail, right? You will succeed. One day you will, I know. If you just don't give up, if you just keep going, you will figure it out. You will always meet the right people at the right time.
Yeah, so you know, like, you know, okay, listen, so I've been I've lived on like sort of both of the extremes of life. Like, you know, I've had very like I've had luxury where people are buying me pianos so I will work for them, and buying my plane tickets, and then I've had like terrible fucking jobs. Like you should, if you have, that's where you ended up, like I'm serious, like it makes sense. Okay, like, and then I've had terrible miserable experiences, and like, so what is my point is that those crappy jobs certainly didn't make me happy, but luxury didn't necessarily make me happy either. So So like as a woman, I am really wondering, like, if, like let's say I become a baddie and I make all that money. Like if I don't like fulfill my like family, like if I don't have a baby and a family, am I gonna just be like, all this damn money for what? Like, like, cause like isn't the the point to like sort of, pass it on to the next generation to build a legacy. And then like I can't like, don't get me wrong, like I feel like I need money as a tool. I need money to like uh to create what's in my head and things like that, and help in the ways I want to help. So I think I need a lot of money. Donate to me, you guys, whoever listening, cash at me. Like I need a lot of money. And but I also feel like maybe if I don't get married and have a family, like I will be kind of depressed. I'll be like sitting on a pile of money, depressed, like that. So like, do you have any? How do you feel about that?
To be honest, no. But I would love to ask you a question. Like, do you want to have do you want to have a family? Because there are, people around you, your family, your mom, they could pressure you. Like, but is that what you want for yourself? Right? If you want a family, like my sister, when I asked her, like, sis, what is your dream? She said, I just want to have a family, have kids, and that's my dream. And her dream came true. She has a family, she has kids. And to me, what is my dream? My dream is to have a business. My business is my baby. So what is your vision for yourself? What is your dream life?
I kind of have like a vision for the world. Like I would like to see some of the infrastructures and societal problems to get much better. Like when I think about my own vision, like I would like to empower myself so I can empower others. It's like it's hard to have a clear vision because when I was younger, like I just thought I wanted to be an artist and a musician, but I don't know if you believe in like God or any higher power, but I believe in divinity. Like I believe I have a soul. I believe that I have a lot of energy that goes beyond this body, and that my body can just probably show you maybe like 3% of my full capacity. And and like, but I believe that I have a higher calling, because I think like when you like sort of tap into the divine, you do. And like, so I think like your higher calling isn't necessarily your original plan, and it might stress you out. Like I spend a lot of time battling with what I feel are divine influences, because I'm like, why just let me freaking sit on a beach with a paintbrush? I don't want to do this. You got me messed up out here, like, because working with the divine is stressful. Like, because like seriously, my vision for myself was to just sing, and I'm very talented. So, and I'm cute, so that could have been like very realistic. But now, like, like I have like much more serious duties to tackle, and they're not always fun. A lot of them are very stressful. And like, a lot of things that go on, and we've had some conversations about the Me Too movement, and then just racism in America, poverty in America, homelessness is escalating, crime is escalating. Like, I could lose my voice talking about the issues that affect us all. Like, so I'm naturally like a very universal person. Yeah, I can't pretend like I know about everything in the world with international politics, but just within my own country, there's certainly a lot of diversity, and people coming together or against each other. And I would like for politics to stop focusing on polarizing issues and to start focusing on like unifying issues, because there's certain things, at least in America, that we all need, like affordable education and affordable health care. And we're often fighting on things that don't even solve anyone's problems, and they're just like political devices. So, and nothing ever gets done. And like one of the reasons I feel like America is, like, in my opinion, sort of stalling in progress is because it keeps fighting it. Like it what is the like the some metaphor about a snake eating its own tail or something.
Yeah.
Like that's America to me. And like, so like I when asking my vision, like I would like to fulfill the mission that I feel the divine has given to me, which is I feel to help my country become more unified. And you know, God has given me a lot of talents and gifts to work towards that, like the gift of articulation, the gift of music, hey, the gift of editing a YouTube short, and the gift of being cute. So I got it, I guess. All right, but let's get back to you.
I
Let's
love that.
let's get back to you. Um,
Okay.
okay, so can you tell me like when did you land your first client and how did that happen?
Are you sure you want to talk about that? Okay. Sure. Um, well, I can't even remember when and how I landed my first client, but you know, I believe when you are just following your passion, doing what lights you up, doing what makes you come alive, the universe, I do believe in universe, you know, divine, you know, higher power, I do believe in that. They will guide you, they will show you the way, right? When you set your mind onto something that you really want to do, you know this is what you want to do, which is why having a vision is so key, because without a vision, you will not know which path to go, and you will not know whether you're on the right path or not. And they will show you, they will give you signs, you know, they will give you inspirations or problems, you know, just to show you whether you're on the right path or not. And yeah, it's funny because I was just sharing with my friend that, you know, whenever I thought of giving up and just go back to 9 to 5, you know, at least it's, I don't have to stress myself out, you know, and things like that, you know, I work longer hours, you know, it's insane that we quit our 9 to 5 job just to start a business so that we can work 24/7. It's insane, right? So just whenever I think about quitting my, you know, quitting my business and going back to a 9 to 5 job, and I was just telling myself, okay, let's just give it one last shot, you know, let me try it one last time. If it doesn't work, I am done, you know, I'm done with my business. Every time when I said that, I got a new client. You know, it's crazy. And it's just like, okay, they don't want me to give out, right? They are telling me, okay, Joyan, this is your path, like you are on the right path, don't give up, you just have to keep going. Well, it's slow, but you will get there. Slowly but surely, you will get there. Don't give up, right? We're showing you. I'm giving you clients who are making you money. Don't give up. Let's keep trying. So every time I want to give out, okay, new clients. Every time I give out, okay, another opportunity, right? So yeah, I was just so you have to have the vision, like even for your business. Like if you want to start a business, like what is the vision for your business? Like why do you want to start a business? Always start with why, because you don't want to start a business just to make money, because it's not, you won't make money in the first year. I would say in the first year, to be very conservative and you know, safe, the first year you won't make money. You will be losing money, you'll be spending money, you will be investing just to build your business, right? Because there are so many things that you need to invest in order to build a business. So and you won't get clients so easily unless you already have some background, you know, in business, or you already done a couple of business before, then that is a different story. But if you are still, you know, first time entrepreneur, be prepared to lose money in the first year.
Woo.
Yeah, yeah.
Cry.
I know that's
People,
not what we've been told. Yeah.
people DM me all the time asking for work. So I think that means I must be doing something right because I'm getting my name out there. But it's like I have hired a couple people for like small things here and there, but it's like it's like like why do people think I have money? I don't have money. You better go look for another boss. Like I can't put you on no 401k like in a salary. Get out of here. Like why do people think I have money? Like you know. So like it, you know, it's you know, I think when you can hire somebody, whether it's for a short-term project or you can like actually bring them onto your team full time, that's such a blessing because you get to empower someone financially. But you know, like especially because I don't have money right now. Not the way they think. Like I'm screening them because like I'm making them do like little challenges because you know what, I have a lot of people asking me, oh, can I do this assignment for you? Can I do this for you? And you know, I would rather work with people I trust, so I don't have to keep rehiring them. And I want to find people who actually believe in the Lyon Brave brand. I want to find a high school student that's like, oh my God, I love your song Operation Unity, Miss Brave. Miss Brave, let me just let me just be in your essence for free. Like that's what I want. So because you know what, big companies do that all the time. They intern kids. So I
Yeah.
mean, like I don't. Let's be honest. Like I have hired a couple people, but like I need to start saying, I need to just be a baddie, just be a boss, and like hey, you know, you want to work for me for free because you just like something about me, so let's do that one. Like so what's my point is there are ways to make your budget more friendly, because I think I see this all the time where people spend way more money than they need to, and one of the I ran into a problem where I was like I said, people asked me if they can work for me. And when I had a little surplus of money, I was hiring people. And then I was looking back and I was like, why did I do that? Cause I was like, and then, and one of the projects I put money in, I haven't even put out into anything. Like there's like no evidence of it. So, I mean, and it's called Brave Girls. Like I had someone help me with a bunch of illustrations for a children's book, and I've just been sitting on it for months. I haven't even pitched it yet. And what's my point is that if you go through and you look at all the money you spent, and it starts to make your heart pound. You should think to
Mm.
yourself, how can I get the same results for cheaper? Because I promise you there is a way. And so I've been thinking about different ways to market. Like marketing strategies are important. So I think we should segue into that conversation. Can you tell us about some marketing strategies that you use for your business?
Okay, sure. Marketing strategies. There are so many different marketing strategies out there, and so often people are getting overwhelmed because there are so many, and they didn't know like which one to go for, like which one is right for me, which one's gonna work for me, they have no idea, so they become overwhelmed because there are so many, to be honest. Like you can run ads, you can start a YouTube show, you can go on podcasts, you can start a podcast, you can write a book, you can there's so many. You can do webinars, right? But so this is what I help with my clients. I always help them to figure out, okay, don't listen to everyone, what everyone is saying, or what don't look at what everyone else is doing. Don't just focus on you. Like how do you want to market your business? Because all of these strategies, they all can work. They all can work, right? But sometimes it work for someone, but it doesn't work for you. Why? Because it's not aligned with who you are. And what do I mean by that? Let's say I can give you a very simple example. The reason why I start, why I am a podcaster and why I love it is because I am good on videos. I love being on camera. I love to talk to people, right? But for someone, they might be afraid of public speaking, and most people do, right? Like public speaking is the number one fear for so many people, right? So if you have public speaking fear, or if you are, you are so afraid to go live. Like I know many of my clients, they are so afraid to go live whenever they want to, do a Facebook live. They just like freeze and they don't know what to say, or they are being concerned about, oh my God, who is gonna, people are gonna judge me, things like that. So the first step is to ask yourself, what are you good at? Because if you will never see me write a book. Oh, sorry, maybe I will write a book eventually, but you'll never see me write a blog or write articles, because that's not what I'm good at. I suck at writing, but I'm good at speaking. So find out what are your strengths, right? Because there are so many ways you can market yourself, market your business, market your product, market your services. But ask yourself, what makes you you? What are you good at? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? If you're good at writing, then write. If you're good at speaking, then speak. If you're good at, I don't know, like creating content, then create content. Like if you're good at like visual and graphic, then create content. So ask yourself, how do I want to market my business? That is really the first question you have to ask yourself. It's not about following what everyone else is doing, or hiring marketing gurus, because there's so many of them. They join their program. Like there are so many marketing programs out there, like business programs, like business courses, and they join and they still don't get a result, because a lot of them are teaching you like to send cold DMs, to send cold messages, like just to send a message to 100 people, and you will get like one of them to become your client.
So Joanne, give us the hottest marketing strategy of 2023.
The hottest. Okay. I would say right now what is hot is Reels, like IG, TikTok. Talk about that, right? If the Instagram is like the trend has been changing like so fast. Like I couldn't even catch up with it, but Reels, like those, videos like funny Reels, short Reels are what is getting traction right now on IG. And IG is pushing it. It's getting like it's the one format that is the IG is pushing it to the algorithm. So if you just create Reels, that is going to help you with reaching to more people. That is going to help people to discover your IG page. So I would say if you really want to start a business, if you really want to start marketing, then start creating Reels or short form videos.
So I know that there's a girl who had like over 1 million like subscribers on Instagram, and she was opening a business, and there was buzz around it. Like even a couple news outlets were writing about her business launching. And like from the buzz on social media, everyone expected it to be big. Nobody showed up to the opening. So I'm wondering, like, and I don't know if you've ever heard about fake views and all that, but also like, where's your audience from? So one of the great things about the internet is that you can reach people all over the internet, and all over the world. But one of the negative things about the internet is I feel like a lot of times you need your clients to be in the same city as you to truly be successful. So like I actually was counseling a client unintentionally. She's launching a company called Pretty Girls Poppin'. And I was telling her, you probably already have clients all around you. It's that auntie who said if you ever started a line, she would support your t-shirts. It's that old church lady with the big hat. I was like, you probably have all kinds of clients around you. What you really need to do is just make some sample merch so you can give it out. And I even suggested maybe she gives out a couple pieces for free, because word of mouth is like really powerful. So my thing is like, I feel like I've been spending a lot of attention on social media, and I do think it's important, which is why I want to get 2 years of content before I do something else. But I also think I need to focus very much in the real world to be successful. Shake hands, kiss babies, and whatnot. And I was wondering, like, when people talk about consistency and showing up consistently, they always apply it to the internet, but I think it has to apply to the real world. Like when I was younger, I had like my own entrepreneurial art company without even meaning to, and how it started is that everybody would just see me drawing. Like I was always drawing at coffee shops, and then people literally would just start walking up to me and they're like, hey, I'll give you some money if you draw this, or hey, my grandma's birthday's coming up, can you draw a picture? And like I literally, and then what happened to me is I had to graduate, and people were like, you need to go get a job, a real job. And I did, and I never made less money than working for other people. I actually made more money scribbling doodles on a napkin. Like, so like, I'm serious. Like I never made less money and then I somehow got into a loop of working for other people and not making enough money. And it was hard to get out of it because, like you can lose your consistency real quick. All it does is it takes for you to lose your whole clientele base is to basically to go somewhere, to go away for 6 months. They don't know where to find you. They move on. Like, it looks like we're about to run out of time. Do you want to do one more round? Because I have more questions to ask. I'm on the free Zoom. Do you have time for another one?
We can do part 2. Sure. Sounds like a plan.
We do have 4 minutes. So let's reiterate for our audience. Can you tell us exactly what are your expertise? What do people pay you to do?
I love that. So I actually do a lot of things. Like I'm multi-passionate, I'm multi-talented, just like you are, right? And I don't, I like to do many things. So I have many things on my plate, and people pay me a lot, like pay me to do many things. So mainly my business is coaching other female entrepreneurs who are just getting started, especially they are in their first year or even less than half a year getting in the business. So I'm going to help them build their brand and grow their business. That is what I do. So that's basically what I do. But I do a podcast, and I also work with like, so that's my group coaching program. So it's like a group program where you join and hang, be in a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who are all female entrepreneurs, because that's who I serve and who I'm passionate about helping. So, but when it comes to one-on-one, like one-on-one coaching with me, then that is where I work with guys as well. And so yeah, normally they are like my high-end clients, so they will pay me more to do more for them, or even do less, but with more money, because that is the power of high-end client, right? Because they already have everything in place, like for their business, but they just need someone to do one thing that's very well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think humans also just like human connection too. And I know that sometimes when I think one of the powers of being a business coach is not only your information, that hopefully you have real business strategies so you can help them execute their business, real ways for them to market and all that. But also I think like, it's really beneficial for people to have a cheerleader, like someone who is excited for them to launch their business, someone who's not telling them every step of the way it's not going to work, because I think like a lot of times when people have a dream, people are like get out of here, Bobby. Like, you get out of here. Fat Bobby, you think you're gonna be rich? You got me messed up. like, so I think like, yeah, when someone's like, we got this and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and it's gonna be great. Like sometimes that's all a person needs is
well, sometimes I like to give my clients a little bit of tough love. Like, I won't tell them it's all gonna be rainbow and sunshine. No, I tell them the like, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, but I'm here with you. Like, I'm here with you like every step of the way. So even though it's hard, but I'm there with you, right? I'm holding your hand. We'll go through it together. So that's what kind of coach I am. The kind of coach that I am.
Yeah, tough love is my brand.
All right, I will see you.
Wait, I'm gonna send you another link on Facebook.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you.